All right, boys, let's read some fucking patch notes, baby. I actually didn't think this skin was going to be in. I think the green is ugly, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the green. Give me, like, why is it green, bro? It should be, like, black or white. Like, give me, like, Playboy Bunny or something. Like, what is this? Why is it green? Why did they pick the worst color? There's 4? Okay. Use a different color for this. Black, red, pink, green. I'm surprised there's no white. Red, you say? Gooner time? Gooner time? Had to keep it calm for the Gooners. Understandable, understandable. Let's see. Health growth decrease. Melee heroes get less HP over time. Range heroes get less HP. This lowers the amount of... Or, this increases time to kill. You get way less armor. Brother. Why? Wait, why? Okay. My question to this magical reduction shit is, like, why? Because we already found out magic defense was ass, and then we had to buff base armor because magic defense was ass. Why are we going back on this one? This is a terrible change, I think. I think this change will be bad. I also think mages are fine, to be honest. I think mages are actually in a great spot. I think mid laners do more damage. Yeah, mids already deal a fuck ton of damage. This just makes, like, Shimby and shit even better, by the way. Like, Shimby, all of the soul laners right now, all the top soul laners, magical characters, by the way. Sevarog, Kwong, Countess, Aurora, all magical characters, by the way. Get ready for that meta some more. Unless they got, like, Gig in there, but we'll see. Outlier adjustments. This applies not major adjustments, so we'll see. We'll get down to that, though. Melee magic endurance have received small damage nerfs to offset the burst potential gain from these health. Yeah, okay, they're still going to be busted, though, let's be honest. Let's see. Passive XP in Nitro. You just get more XP in Nitro, sure. Passive gold in Nitro increase. Nitro is just getting faster. Bounties, tower plating, more, etc. Minions, you get extra XP. Actually, you get less XP in Nitro from cannons, but you get more over time, so you're just going to be probably pretty similar. Objectives, Fangtooths, spawn faster, Primal spawn faster. This is just, I don't really care that much about Nitro. It's just, they're making Nitro faster. It's already a fast game mode, they're making it even faster. I don't got any issues with that. Healing decreased on Veracity. I actually don't think this one's that good. I think Regenerator is a much better one. This changing to 8% or 8 seconds is really good. And then going more towards missing as opposed to base. This is actually a good change. I like this change. This one, not super relevant, but I don't think it makes that big of a difference. Like, if you do 1,000 damage, you're healing 35. It's not a lot. Like, it's nice, but it's not a lot. Technorat reduced ult cooldown. You didn't know that? This is good change. It's one of the reasons why the augment was good. Or, like, why it was so strong, especially on, like, Rampage with the, like, auto attack build and shit, or, like, Seraph. It's one of the reasons why it was so good. Going to Farmer. Farmer gets buffed against regular minions, lowered against jungle monsters, so it's more of a lane thing than a jungle thing. This also means that you can't go out in lane and then just invade for free, so I actually like this change. Alchemist, you get extra mana regen. Shit still sucks, I'm gonna be honest. This is ass. You just don't have enough mana for it to be relevant early game, and by the time you get to the point where you need mana in the late game, you already have ways to get mana, so, like, this kind of sucks. I don't think that augment's good. If anything, I would say this augment has to be the opposite. It should be a flat amount, so it's better early game as opposed to a percentage. That way it's stronger early game and worse late game. I think that would make it a stronger augment. All melee heroes, you get less armor. All range heroes, you get less armor. How much does this actually end up being? It's what, 0.4 times 18? What's the math on that? Hold on, let me bust out the calculator real quick. 0.4 times 18? What is that? It's like 7 less armor. I mean, something. Alchemist getting buffed, is her core not needed? Well, you don't need to fucking that shit anyways. You just get Caustic, you have enough mana. Movement speed decreased on the movement speed augment. Is this even 2%? I'm pretty sure it's 1.5 in game. It might not. Am I tripping? Oh, it lasts 1.5 seconds. My bad. Understandable mistake. Less health, aura, less health, less armor.
The only losses are the ones that you don't.
Devon Sash 12, let's
Thank
go
you for the 11
pop
months,
some.
brother. I appreciate it. Well, back to the bird nest, man. Hopefully you're having a good day today. Aurora magical scaling increase, base damage decrease, so she has to be built more damagey, and I think she kind of sucks being built damage right now. Boris, bonus armor on the augment increased. The extra swipe damage on the augment increased. I don't think either of those matter that much. The armor one is probably the best. Cooldown on the ult's pretty good though. That's a big buff. 20 seconds off the level 1 ult is actually really nice. only lasting 1.5 seconds. Some would say that's an eternity, man. Longer than me, that's for sure. Countess gets extra cooldown reduction when she auto attacks with her auto attack augment. That shit still sucks. Percent healing per charge. She gets way more healing. Why are we buffing that? She gets extra health regen in lane, less base health, less health growth, more base health regen. So she's gonna regen more, but she's gonna be squishier. So she's better in longer trades. Less mana, that's a good change. Less mana growth, also a good change. Make her have mana issues. Why are we not nerfing her more though? Why are we not nerfing the passive? Wait. Hold on. Surely I'm mistaken that we're not nerfing Countess more. Surely I'm mistaken that we're not nerfing Countess more. Wait a second. Why are we not nerfing this more? This character is the best solo laner in the game. This character first banned in almost every single PCC game, I'm pretty sure. Why is this character not getting nerfed more? Why would you nerf the number one selling skin, Bozo? Because you've already made all your profits, man. You don't gotta make her like shit. Just don't make her OP. Bugs, thank you for the follow.
The party's this way.
I'm gonna be honest. Criminal that this character didn't get nerfed more, especially since we're reducing magic procs, which just directly makes her better. This is a shit. I'm gonna be honest. Shit that this character didn't get nerfed a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest. Shit change. She ain't OP when you play her, and that's all that matters. Oh, so this is an RGS Ace fed on it, so we're gonna not nerf it character. I get it. That makes sense. When you put it like that, it makes sense. 5% bonus, 5% total. Does this even make a difference? Does this affect anything? I don't think this affects anything, does it? Or does bonus not benefit his passive? Or his like self? What does this change? What is this even for? I don't know what this affects. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this actually changes anything. Am I mistaken? She's not 100% banned though. If I could pull up the PCC stat sheet, I'm pretty sure she had a 98% pick rate. There was like one game where she didn't get picked, and it was EU players. If I'm not mistaken. She had the highest pick rate other than Rev, I think. PC ain't ranked. That don't matter, bro. She's like perma-banned and like perma-picked in Hilo. In fact, I'm curious. Let me go pull up Omida City real quick. Let me go look at the stats. Let's go see. Dashboard, heroes. Sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Heroes. Let's go see. Ranked. Pick rate. Can I see pick ban rate? Why can't I see pick ban rate? She's like the 8th most picked character in the game. What about win rate, though? She's like the 5th highest win rate character in the game. So things for all PCC level players. It's called top-down balance, buddy. Look it up. Photon Disruptor gets extra 10% damage. Is this the 1? The augment on the 1? Kind of nice, especially if you're going to play it mid, actually. Less armor shred on the alt 1. Probably decent. Less mana, less health. Or sorry, more mana, less health. Don't think it really changes her too much. Drongo. This is the healing. Gets scaling instead of flat amount, so it's better late game. A little bit worse just when it's like leveled. Probably a good change, honestly. This means it's more based off like actually leveling the ability than also just scaling. So like, I actually like this change as a good change. Red rounds present on a target now also explodes when the target dies. Area damage increased to 50%. This is good. This means it's like gadget bomb. So if you're like hitting the target that it has the bomb on it, or in this case the red rounds, you can use it to instantly clear the wave and explode the wave. That's a good change. Makes it just a little bit more interesting. Gag grenade, extra damage, more scaling, 100% magical power scaling. We're making him a mage. Let's go. Lower cooldown. Cringe. Can we just fix the projectile to be like Zinx 2 so it like it'll explode if you hit somebody directly? That's actually all they have to do, and this ability will be great. Drongo will actually be really good if you just make it so that it explodes on impact of a target like Zinx 2. Like if it hits somebody directly, it hits them, explodes, and then goes straight down. That way you can actually silence people like mid-dash and stuff. This would be a great ability. It's like the only problem with Drongo right now, I think. Magical power scaling on his right click. No magical power scaling on the alt though, question mark. Now correctly deals damage when multiple stacks are applied to a target instead of only dealing 1 stack's worth of damage. I don't think I've ever seen this bug, I'm going to be honest. Knockup height decreased, probably a good thing. Extra lower damage, max lower base damage on Fang Malwalt. Lower scaling, lower scaling, lower scaling. Can we make the icon show up, please? To be honest, I don't think this actually matters at all, especially since people are going this bruiser build. I don't think this matters that much. Fang Mal's still gonna be pretty nuts. Shield scaling, that's a big increase. That's a fucking like 40% increase on the shield scaling. That's kind of insane. Magical power scaling on the one. This is like when you auto attack somebody, you get extra scaling only on the one where you auto attack. Okay, let's not look at Gideon's portrait. This is a big buff. This is a big buff to Gadget. I don't know if you'll still go. I don't know if you'll go the shield one, but like this is a significant buff, so it might actually be really good. Shield now applies after True Silver. You can actually go this augment now. Finally, typically when you would go this augment, like you want to go it because you want to go True Silver. But before True Silver applied after the ult shield, so like you couldn't protect the True Silver shield with the ult shield, so it was just it didn't work the way that people thought it worked. This is actually like a viable augment now, so that's good. Less HP, less armor from Greystone passive, that's good. Healing decreased on his ultimate, that's good. Grim, basic ability reduction, decreased from 15 to 10%. Now reduces current ability cooldowns by 20% when triggering pulse fire against heroes. Wait. It's just not the same thing. I'm confused. Is this not the same thing? I don't understand how this is written. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I get that it reduces your current ability cooldown, but is that not what this is? Or is this all abilities? Is this including the ultimate? It doesn't say basic abilities. Is this including the ultimate? That's insane, actually. Hold on. This is busted. Wait. What the fuck? Hold on. If this reduces your ult, that's actually so insane. Does it say in here? Let Ray cook? Nah, this is like actually like why how did this even make it into the game? That's insane. Executes enemies that are below 5%. Oh, this is like with the augment. This is the one that lets you reset. That doesn't matter. And it resets when you proc out item effects, which is good. This one is insane though. I don't know why you would ever use anything other than that. That is actually crazy. This means you're gonna ult somebody in lane and then poke them. Like you're gonna one somebody, then you're gonna ult, and it's gonna immediately give you 20% of your cooldown on your ult again. Like what the fuck? That's insane. Reverse Grim Battles are gonna be cinema. Nah, that is actually like an insane change. Less scaling on his autos, but I mean people have less magic defense, so he's gonna do more damage anyways, as he's a magical based character. Bonus physical power scaling on his one, he's gonna do more damage. Bonus scaling on his two. Yeah, Grim is probably gonna be pretty meta next patch, I would say. Blink cooldown increase in the Grux augment doesn't really matter. I think you're on lifesteal one always anyways. Um, right click, more scaling. Character still sucks, unfortunately. Max health healing buffed. Buffed early game, nerfed late game. And then the scaling heals based on levels. This is a good one. I've been suggesting this for a while. Just make it scale off levels, so he's a little bit worse early game, and then he scales a little bit better into the mid game. He's supposed to be an early mid game character. Make him better in the early mid game, in my opinion, which is what they did. So I think that's a good change. Howie, less HP, more magical scaling on the missile. This is if you don't hit a direct hit, so that's like a good one. Bruh, I'm dog shit. You can tell. Grim already fine IMO. Yeah, I don't think Grim needs that. Like Grim like getting a little touch up, or perhaps the other ADCs getting a touchdown, I think would have made him really good. I don't think he needed that. I'm gonna be honest. What they did is I don't think what they should have done, in my opinion. That's insane, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Turret's 20% less HP while using Turret Maniac. This is a good one. I actually really like this change. Turrets are too tanky to begin with, in my opinion. Missing health damage on the ult augment goes up to 8 to 12 when you level it. Don't think it matters. Explosion damage per hero hit from 3 to 4. This could be pretty nice. We might have to do some scaling on that one and see how it feels. I wish this would increase the Molly range by like 10%, like the Morgesh augment, and I think it would be way better. If you just haven't been building Ashbringer Grim, you get RMB every 4 autos. Every 4 autos? Is that real? I hope Ashbringer got removed. We'll get down to that. I'm sure it got nerfed. There's no way it didn't. Turrets, magical power scaling decreased. Bonus attack speed when hitting heroes decreased. Kalari, cooldown refund when killing enemy units.
At last,
We have taken Iggy turrets behind the barn.
I don't know what this is.
Gunshot.
What even is this saying? It gives you 100% cooldown? Oh, this makes sure, okay. This makes sure right click instantly reset when you kill something with it, like Wraith right click. Okay, that makes sense. So you can use it to clear, it helps your clear. I don't mind that. That's a fine change. I don't really mind that. You'll always have 2 knives now in the jungle. Let's see, physical power lowered on the augment. Doesn't really make too big of a difference. Two power isn't the difference maker on that character. Less healing early game. Less healing at all points in the game. Brother, I'm going to be honest, Kai already kind of sucks. I don't know why we're nerfing him. I'm going to be honest. If anything, I would say this character needed a buff. This character kind of blows right now. I think this character is pretty ass. Let's get some ranked games going. Shut the fuck up, Brenzo. Sugma, how about that? Missing health damage increased on Kira. Like, okay, I guess. I don't think that's needed, but okay. That's just a buff. I don't know what her best augment is, though. I don't know if it's this one or the right-click one. I don't know if that matters, but, like, that's just, like, a buff. I don't think she needs that. She's, like, third best ADC right now. Check the Heaven's cooldown reduction, reduced from 30% to 25. Don't think that matters. All of Kwang augments are really good. Less damage on the Q. Less mana, less HP. Less attack speed from his passive. This is a good one. Maybe I won't get fucking slammed by 3 autos before I land on the ground after the knockup. Damage from the ult reduced. True damage on the right click reduced. Power scaling reduced on the shield. Yeah, Kwang might be... I mean, I can't even say Kwang is ass because they're reducing the prots on everybody, so he might just do the same amount of damage. The Q-Aug is so fake it's insane. R&B Aug is the only good one. That's what I feel like, but I also don't play the character. So, like, I don't know. Because like, you have to hit 6 autos to get the Q1, right? So it's like, if you're not hitting 6 autos, you can't Q. And if you are hitting 6 autos, they're already dead. As an ADC, is that not how that works? I feel like that's how that works. Isolation damage increased. Again, don't think Belica needs a buff. Like, I don't know why we're buffing magical characters. They're already insane. Magical characters are good. Whoever is propagating that magical characters suck, I don't know. You're already using like 1 Q for every like 5 to 8 RMBs. Well, I feel like it's just like, if you're queuing for the slow and not really for the damage most of the time. Much less like a full passive Q. Like, you're just like autoing, queuing for the slow, and then you're just beating ass with auto attacks because you're like an ADC, right? You're going from gold, from plat to gold, brother. Trust me, they suck. That's just because you suck, buddy. I'll say it. Ultimate cooldown refund on the Morgesh augment. I don't think it matters. Less health. Good. Fuck Morgesh. Bro, can I stop clicking on stuff? Why are these hyperlinks? Jesus Christ. More nerf this character into the dirt. I'm so tired of playing against him. Less physical armor, less HP. Cooldown increased on his 1 by 1 second. Armor shred decreased, thank God. Damage reduction on his 2 reduced. Kill this character more, bro. Please, I'm begging. I hate this character so much. I fucking hate playing against Morn. Why do they buff Mori offlane? That's not really a buff to Mori offlane, I'm gonna be honest. Mori kind of sucks. Nuke that shit into the ground. I'm so tired of him, bro. I'm so tired of Morn. I want to be able to see the game that I'm playing, bro. Less armor, less HP on Murdoch. Nobody cares. Character's mid anyways right now. The target shielded has their cooldown reduction. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. If you didn't know this, I'm gonna be honest. Your context to reading things is terrible. Honestly, we should just leave it the way it is. It's honestly a litmus test of you understand how to read. I'm gonna be honest. That's like an IQ test. If you thought it was her own cooldowns, I'm gonna be honest. Like, just saying. The mana drain. I already think this augment's kind of nuts. So the fact that they're buffing it, I don't know. Maybe people will start to do it. Gatekeeping ability descriptions. That's not even like gatekeeping. That's just like I feel like that was pretty obvious. Narbash nerfed. Less HP, less mana, less HP regen. I mean, sure. I mean, I don't think Narb is really picked right now, but I think the character is really good. I don't know why people aren't playing him. Criticizing people's reading comprehension in this economy. What can I say? I'm good at reading, man. What's up, Winteggy, by the way? Hope you're having a good day. Lance damage increased. I still haven't tried this shit. It's getting buffed, though. Maybe I'll try it next patch. Healing scaling increased on her passive. Rumble cost decreased with the Rumble augment. The physical power is increased late game. Sure. I don't think anybody really goes this. It's more memey anyways. Attack speed in the Tiny Rampage is increased. Or, sorry, decreased. And the damage mitigation. Damage increase that you take is also increased. Fuck, I can't read. Doesn't matter unless they nerf Ashbringer. Holy face games! Whoa! Maybe I'll get lucky on Tuesday. Hellfire rounds damage decreased. The pen decreased. Thank God. I'm so tired of getting one shot by Rev at 50% HP. Less HP growth. Base stats. You're just getting base stats nerfed. Sure. Good. Fuck Rev. Physical power bonus on his passive is decreased, I assume. Yeah, decreased. Good. Fuck Revenant. I'm tired of playing against Revenant. You don't get it per level either. You get it at like individual sections of levels, so that's also good. It'll be more spiky, but it'll be less consistent and like lower overall, which is good. Wait, are you doing more damage on the Q? Why? So we're buffing Rev. Okay. Lower the root duration slightly. Doesn't really matter. Missing HP damage reduced, thank God. Movement speed reduced, thank God. Honestly, good rev nerfs. Don't really know why you're buffing the Q though. I don't think it's like necessary, but like I would say I've just left the Q where it was and like not changed it and then seen if he needed a buff after, and I think that would have been better, but sure. Health damage from taken health regen from damage taken is reduced. I've literally never seen anybody even buy this augment. I don't even know why that's getting nerfed, I'm gonna be honest. I've literally never seen anybody buy this. I've seen it maybe one time when people were testing it, but like the hook one is just so much better, and so is the movement speed one. Like I might be honest, I don't know anybody that's buying that. Shock therapy, less damage on the Q late game. Like why though? Rick's not even like that good. He's just like a hook character. You hit the hooks, you win. Started nerf. I expect this character to get absolutely obliterated just because the Timmies hate this character. More healing from the healing augment. More crit from the crit augment. I don't even know which augment you get. Oh, you get the stun one usually. Yeah, you get the stun one. Stun duration decreased. Still doesn't matter. It's still a mini stun. That shit's OP. Physical power on the auto attacks reduced. Passive refund reduced. Thank God. She's squishier as well. Cooldown now commits after the ability ends. Okay, this is actually the only change they had to make. Literally just make the cooldown activate after the Q, and she was fine. That means it doesn't proc like Ashbringer on itself in Technorat. Literally, this is all they had to do, and the character would be fine. Good change, though. Thank fuck. That's actually all they had to do. Character's in balance now. Thank God. Severog, remove this character from the game. Less armor shred. Less ult cooldown. Thank God. Less regen. Less mana. To allow this character to be punishable, bro. Like, please. Less Q damage late game. Colossal blow damage decreased. Magical power scaling increased, though. So, like, I don't know if it even makes a difference. Yeah, just, like, remove the character from the game. Like, this character is busted as fuck. And we also nerfed magic armor to begin with. So, like, this character is also still going to be busted as fuck. Please remove that character from the game. Shimmy gets extra haste. She also gets haste from a siege minion, which means you can build this augment in lane, which is nice. That means every 3 waves you're getting 1 haste, which is actually kind of nuts. You could probably get to like 200 haste on Shimby. You get diminishing returns, but like this might actually be enough to make her good. There's a 50% buff on the thing. Can never kill that guy. Yeah, Sev is busted. That character is insanely good right now. And some base stat nerfs. The ult augment gets increased. I actually think his augment's a little underrated, but it's also like kind of ass at the same time. The Q augment's just so good on her. So is the fucking range. Getting like extra range, being able to outrange people is just so nuts. Plasma grenade, cooldown reduction. Looks like we're so back in mid lane, boys. We're so back in mid lane. We're so back. We're so back to playing this character mid lane, bro. Sign me up. Also an insane ADC. I don't know why we're buffing her. I'm gonna be honest. Why are we buffing this character, though? Holy shit. Just buffs across the board. What the fuck? I get it's an Omina original character, but come on. Come on. Sparrow gets extra movement speed when she's invis. Base HP lowered. Her 2. She gets the cooldown immediately, so it goes on cooldown immediately, which is a buff, because that means the cooldown starts immediately. That's just a buff. That also means it works with Ashbringer now. The Sparrow buff is insane. Yeah, this is like crazy. I'm going to be why? Why are we doing that? Center arrow does less damage. I mean, yeah, you do less damage per hit, but you probably do what's the damage total? Is this not more damage overall? No, it's the same damage. Is this not just the same damage? It's just one extra hit, which makes zero difference because it's still over the same duration of time. Like, it still lasts 3.5 seconds. This is actually just the same damage over the same course of time. Why? What is it? What even is this change? Can Ashbringer your invis? Yeah, I don't know why we're buffing this character. She's already insane. And you also get more movement speed in invis. Why are we buffing this character? She's already nuts. Reducing the overall burst potential. Brother, it does the same amount of damage over the same course of time. If you're getting hit for 1.5 seconds, you're getting hit for 1.5 seconds. It's the same amount. What even is this change? This is a crazy... I'm going to be honest. What is Ray cooking there? Did Ray fall asleep when he wrote that or something? Like, what the fuck? Ult radius increased on the knockback augment. That's kind of a nice one. That's kind of interesting. Shield wall's reduced by 3 seconds with the shield augment. I actually think this augment's good. I know people keep saying that this augment's bad. I think people just suck at using it. You have to place it towards your team, not towards the enemy team. I don't know why people think this shit sucks. This shit's actually really good. I don't care what anybody says. 2 steel shields is insane. Your team just has to play around it, not you playing around the... Like, you're not using it to zone the enemy team. You're using it to block your team off so that your team can stand next to it. It has to be closer to your team than the enemy team. I think this shit's actually nuts. I don't know why people don't use it more and, like, mess around with it. Still gets extra damage on his Q. Well, extra scaling. I don't think that really matters. It doesn't really build power anyways. Less base mana cost on the shield. That makes the shield augment, again, even better. More power scaling on the right click. Less base damage. I don't think it really matters that much. Less base damage on the ult. Less scale, or more scaling on the ult. I'm not sure that really matters too much. You're just a CC bot anyways. Why can't you walk with a shield? Someone get on it. It'd be a good change. I'm surprised they didn't make that an augment, honestly. Terra, less HP growth. Shield rush, damage reduction, doubled early game. That augment still sucks, unfortunately. You get passive stacks faster with the ult one. That shit still sucks. You're still going to go the axe one, and the Q does more base damage. This hits 3 times, by the way. So this is actually a 60 damage increase. Dark Wizard, thank you for the follow. I think it's actually 70. Because I believe the third hit does an extra 10 base damage. Or is it just bonus damage? I don't actually remember. It's at least a 40 damage increase. I'm pretty sure it's 60 or 70 with the enhancement. It's true damage, pretty sure. Yeah, but it counts as like a hit. Like, I know it's true damage, but I'm saying, like, I'm pretty sure the third hit also hits harder than the first 2. Like, regardless of the fact that it's true damage. So I'm going to shield a Pred thing or a Paragon thing is a Paragon thing. TB, less HP. Fey Bramble, range reduced. Duration on the 2 augment is increased. I don't think that matters at all, though, because you're building haste regardless. Fey's still going to be nuts. You get extra gold on kills as Wraith. Okay, I guess. Extra 15% magical power scaling. Like, why do you want Wraith to be good? I don't understand. Why do we want Wraith to be good, brother? Keep him out of the meta. I'm tired. I fucking hate this character, bro. Keep him out of the meta. Why do we want him to be good? I don't get it. I do not understand. Wraith support just gonna be better now, man. Fuck. I hate Wraith. You get less clones over time. Less HP. Less mana. More mana grow, though. You get more mana per level. Less base armor. Less base regen. Less regen growth. Less mana growth. Just base stat nerfs. He's just going to be squishier. Yin, less HP. You're a remove this character from the game. She gets extra movement speed from her... Which augment? I don't even know which augment this is. I'm going to be honest. Is this the ult one? Hold on, I got to go load up the game real quick. I don't even know what her augments are. I just know the ult one's OP. You get movement speed after clearing a skull. Yeah, I don't think that matters, honestly. You don't build that shit anyways. Less mana. This is a good one. More mana growth, though. Ew. Physical power scaling decreased. Base damage decreased on the 1. Mana cost decreased as well. Why, though? Low health healing modifier decreased. Good. The heal was kind of insane. You get like a 400 HP heal. You joined into Wraith thought I was having mage scaling. The Wraith in the dumpster. That's what I'm saying, bro. My homies hate Wraith. We're increasing the dash by... Or sorry, we're increasing the right click by 0.5 seconds. Like, irrelevant change. Mana cost increase, though, is nice. We didn't nerf the dash at all. The ult has 5% less scaling, and 20% less on ult. Sure. I mean, this is. I'm gonna be honest. This character is still gonna be permabanned. This character is still the best character in the game. That character will be permabanned. I promise you. Still, you get less health per minute. I don't even think this is his best augment. So like, sure. I think this just has to do with the fact that they want people to be squishier in general. And if they make everybody squishier, then this just gets better by default. So I think it's just like to counteract that. But I don't even think that's his best augment. Uh, right click healing scaling increased on Zinx. I think Zinx is pretty good. Tonic, extra 5 prots, doesn't really matter. Ability haste on stamina tonic reduced. This is a good one. Honestly, stamina tonic was overstated. It's like 12% max HP plus 20 haste is kind of nuts. Physical power on why are we buffing ADCs though? Why are we buffing ADCs though? But like ADCs don't need buffs though. You get 10% Omnivamp with Viscerator passive. That's kind of insane actually. That's a good change. I actually like that change. Might actually be viable now. Liberator, like again, why are we buffing that though? Recast window on Passy reduced from 10 to 6. Good. I didn't even realize this was bugged, but good. Alright, we're buffing mages, sure. Again, like I don't get why we're buffing mages though. I think mages are actually fine, time to kill wise. But I mean I'll take it, bro. I play mages, you know, I'll take it. Less healing on Tempest, good. That shit heals like 100 HP a hit. Sapphire Mantle, less temporary HP, more damage. This means it scales better, but you get less flat amounts. This makes it more competitive with War Boots because they give the same amount of HP. Like War Boots gives you 12%, Sapphire Mantle gives you 12%. So like Sapphire Mantle is generally just better, other than the fact that you don't get movement speed. This actually means you have to scale Sapphire for it to be better than War Boots. So I actually like this change. It's a good change. I've been suggesting this for like a year. Ability haste on tier 2 spell slasher nerfed, good. Ashbringer passive nerfed by 3%. I still don't think this is enough. It's still going to be an insane item. I think they should have just increased the gold. It should be like a 3100 gold item, 3200 gold item. Spell slasher cheaper. Yeah, but it has less haste. I think this is fine. That's a fine change. It doesn't really matter. I don't think you needed to reduce the cost, but I don't think it really matters. Sky Splitter lifesteal increased. But like why though? I mean like is this a buff for like bruisers? But like it also buffs ADCs. I feel like this is implying that it's bad in bruisers, like for bruisers, but like it's bad for bruisers because it doesn't have HP, not because it doesn't have lifesteal. I don't think that matters at all. It's just a buff to ADCs. Apparently buffing its lifesteal and removing its lifesteal. Well, the problem is they want you to build it on bruisers, but you're not going to build it on bruisers because it doesn't have HP. And if you don't have HP, you just get insta killed in fights, like early game. So you can't build it early game as a bruiser, which sucks. But then like you just build it as an ADC, and then you're like, I'm fucking living life. Mesmer, less HP, more power. Mesmer is kind of nuts to begin with. Um, I don't think it needs any buffs in terms of like power. I think they could have left it 45 and just reduced the HP. I think it would have been fine. Less haste, more power on Mind Razor. Sure, Mind Razor is already really good though. This makes Malady a little bit more competitive at least because Mind Razor is like 12 more haste base. Now it's like 7. It's a lot more relevant. Looking at playing this game at player count is low on Steam. Is this game crossplay? Yes, it is. 60 to 70% of the player base is on console. Less healing from Nightfall, probably good. Nightfall's really good. Omen, less refund. Less refund, more scaling. Sure, you're just gonna hit harder, but you're gonna get the refund less. Whatever. Sphere Desolation, still ass. Still ass. Not building on anybody, still ass. Agawar, less 50 less HP. Nobody really buys this. Buying it as an early game item. Nobody buys this as an early game item. This is like a third item minimum. Third, fourth item. I don't know why we're buying this. Why are we nerfing the early game? Nerfing this for the impression that it's good early game is bad, in my opinion, because I don't think that's why it's good. All getting an extra 100 gold. Good. Less HP. Good. All goes nuts. Salvation. Lower HP. Sorry, lower cost, lower HP, lower power. Still going to be a nuts item. It still gives an 18% max health shield, which is kind of nuts. You get like a 900 HP shield plus tenacity, which is really good. Still going to be a really good item. Combustion power scaling increased. Maybe it'll actually be good. Dreambinder, less cost, less power, less health. You're still not I still don't think you're building this, man. I still don't think you're building this on most characters. Entropy, extra power, duration, or the passive has a lower cooldown, so it procs more often. This is an insane buff. This is a really big buff, especially for Argus and Iggy and Scorch specifically. Huge buff to Entropy. Nerf Ashbringer, 15% to 12%. 6% downloaded, time to lock in. Hopefully you like it. Yeah, this is like an insane buff. This is actually like probably meta on both those characters. I don't think it's gonna be. I mean, it talks about Gadget right here. I don't think it's gonna be meta on Gadget, but Argus for sure and Iggy for sure. I think we'll build this because it procs on Iggy turrets is gonna be really strong. Fey buff, maybe. I don't know if you're building it on Fey, but you might. Maybe you build it over Noxia on Fey, like third item. Is there players in rank to run? Yeah, I mean, I get queues pretty quick. Well, I'm also at like the top end, so like sometimes I get like longer queues, but that's just because I'm at the top end. For like the general player base, they're like a 1 to 2 minute queues. Magnify, less HP, more Omnivamp, good. They're fucking Bruiser Mages, I'm so tired of seeing them. Oathkeeper nerf, thank God. Oblivion Crown, extra magical damage. Struggles to feel like a significant late game spike. Huh? I disagree with that, but that's a buff, that's just a dub. Soulbinder, extra gold. This is literally just to nerf it from being bought from supports. Literally, they literally even say it's just to not be bought on supports. Stop buying this in mid. Is a support item, bro. Tainted Scepter, less power, probably needed. Giant's Ring, less haste. That's a good change. Stonewall, less HP. It's so hard to even get to Stonewall, honestly. Ability haste on Bastion. Bastion's nuts. It's now one of the only magical items with haste. You'll buy this every game. You're gonna buy this every game. This is now the best magical defense item in the game by an insane margin. This is by far the best magical item in the game. Defensive. Tainted Guard, less haste, doesn't really matter. 2 less haste don't make a difference. Uh, this bug fix is good. You can actually walk around now at the start of the game. Can we get trophies on fucking Steam, please? I'm begging. I'm on my hands and knees. The offset on fucking Gadget Q is AIDS. This says 40 even though it's 30. I think that's it, really. I don't see anything else crazy in here. Dragon's not affected by ultimate haste. That's a good one. I don't really see anything else in here. Yeah, I mean, those are the main ones. I don't know. I'd give this patch like a 6, maybe 7.